The Snapdragon 8 Elite, 120Hz display, a 50 megapixel main camera. Is this the perfect, most powerful small device for 2025? That is what we're going to find out. Welcome to my review of the Samsung Galaxy S25. Let's get it. For the prices, depending on the size that you're going for, you could be paying $13,600 for the 128 variant or $14,600 for the 256 variant. With that out of the way, let's talk about the build and the design. A sleek premium design wrapped in a strong aluminum frame with glass protection at the back and the front. The frame does a good job at hiding fingerprints and helps with gripping as well. We get the power button, volume rocker at the right side, a Type-C port, a mic, and a SIM card ejector tray that can accommodate 2 nano SIM cards, and one of the stereo speaker setups at the bottom. Rated IP68, the Galaxy S25 is not only sealed to defy moisture, but also it's dust resistant. If you're wondering about the colors, this actually comes in the navy, icy blue, silver shadow, and mint. Obviously, I love me the icy blue. You can probably see me trying to match colors here, but so yeah, this device feels very good in the hand. Just like I said, the rails on here does an amazing job at hiding fingerprints, and also it makes it very easy to grip, so it feels very comfortable when you're using this. It doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, and the small size over here, literally my fingers can go all around this device, so I like the small form factor. I absolutely forgot the joy that comes with holding a small device, and this is definitely one that I like. Now let's talk about the display. The display on here is a 6.2 inches AMOLED 2.8 display with 120Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 2600 nits. So when you're using this outdoor, you are not going to be worrying about the brightness. The display is incredible. This has the Corning Gorilla Glass 2, so it might do a good job at preventing it from cracks, but it's still glass, so I'm sure if you drop it, well, you might still break it. The AMOLED panel produces stunning colors, just like most Samsung devices. The bezels on here are very small, making the device look sleek and modern. I also like the small poncho selfie camera at the top, since it doesn't take away the viewing experience. We also get an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor on this device, which is very fast. It's good to come back to a fast fingerprint sensor like this. Just look at that. Look at how fast it is to get inside. Guys, once again, an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor or a fingerprint sensor in the power button. Which one are you going to go for? If it's ultrasonic, I'm going for ultrasonic any day. For the speakers, we have a stereo speaker setup here. It gets loud enough and makes consuming content on here enjoyable. So all in all, the display of the Samsung Galaxy S25 is amazing. I like how bright it gets when you're using it outdoor, and also the minimal bezels on here. It literally just makes the device look so good. A 9 over 10 for me. Now let's talk about the performance, where I have a lot to say about this device. This comes with the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, a 3nm chipset which can be found in all the S25 models, which literally makes this device feel like having a V8 engine in a Mini Cooper. A lot of power inside this device for you to use for almost everything that you want to do. It also comes with Android 15 powered by One UI 7, which boasts impressive performance with a 12GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. The device feels incredibly fast. The swift app opening and closing times, the 120Hz refresh rate elevates the user experience, making everything feel like a flagship device. Benchmark scores are also impressive, surpassing even the Ultra and the Plus version. This device also comes with the all-new One UI 7, designed with AI in mind. It introduces some new design elements, particularly in the notification area and widgets. A new Now bar has also been added, providing quick access to alerts, music timer, and more without even unlocking your device. Gaming is absolutely amazing on this device. It can play almost every flagship game that you want to play. The only problem is the 6.2 inches display is kind of small. I know the regular 25 is supposed to be small. It's great and all, but for gaming, the screen size might not be the best for you. When you're using this device, it actually gets a little bit warm, a little too warm when you're gaming on this device. The back, you can feel it at the back, especially when it's coming around the camera area. And not just gaming, sometimes when I'm just using ChatGPT, I'm trying to have a conversation with ChatGPT, this device also gets a little bit warm. So I have to state that. However, this year's version was primarily focused on AI, so that is what we're going to talk about, and there are a lot of AI features. First, the generative AI, which actually took the internet by storm. This can literally replace some parts of your face if you even cover your face and take pictures, which is very impressive compared to what other devices are given. Then you have the Galaxy AI Number. This actually offers a brief overview of your day's highlights and active background tasks. For me, this just normally tells the time, the weather conditions and stuff you should be expecting in a day, so I don't actually use it so much. Then the circle to search with Google, which was in last year's model and it works pretty well too on this model. And Samsung introduced the new Sound Studio. This actually gives you more flexibility when it comes to the way you control the sound anytime you take video. So with this, it's going to help you eliminate any kind of noise if you find yourself recording in a noisy situation. I tried it. It's kind of cool. It's not something extraordinary, but it kind of gets the work done. Okay, so we're going to try and recreate our YouTube setup. The idea of this video is to test out the AI audio studio. So Samsung claims that this is going to help you remove distracting noise from your video. We're going to use the AI to remove all the distracting noise. 3, 2, 1. Okay. How does this sound? Is it any different? Do you actually hear the difference between the first one and the second one after the noise has been removed? This is a feature that Samsung bragged about a lot. So guys, the ball is in your court. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section down below. And as usual, I'll see you the next one. Let's talk about the cameras on this guy. We get a 12 megapixel selfie camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera at the rear, a 15 megapixel main sensor, and a 10 megapixel telephoto camera. Just like I said, it's able to shoot 8K 24 and 30 FPS videos and 4K 30 and 60 FPS videos. And these are sample footages that were taken with the cameras. I must say most of these pictures were actually really good. I can't complain so much. The pictures were actually neat, very clear, and that's an amazing job at reproducing colors. Okay, so this is a selfie camera video test on the Samsung Galaxy S25. Let me know what you think about this. To be honest, this is shooting at UHD 60 FPS. So let me know what you think about the skin tones. Also, the dynamic range. Wow, that's actually good. The sun is right behind me. It has amazing looking dynamic range. This is what we're going to do. We're going to test out the stabilization. I'm going to run forward and back. Let's see how it looks. Let me jog forward. Also, let's go this way. Test out the stabilization. Wow, amazing looking stabilization. Let me know what you think about the sound too in the comment section down below. Now let's switch to the main camera and see how that looks like. And now we're shooting at 8K 30 FPS on the main sensor. Let me know what it looks like in the comment section down below. As at the time of making this video, I can't see myself, so you guys are my judges on this one. Let me know what the skin tone looks like. Also, how do I sound? Let's test dynamic range. I can't see myself, so I can't really talk. How does this dynamic range look like? Now we're going to go ahead and test out the stabilization on the main sensor. We jog in. How does it look like? This is 8K 30 FPS. Obviously going to be downgraded to 4K for YouTube upload. Let me know what you think about this footage in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one. For battery life, this comes with a 4000 mAh battery, and yes, it's a small device, so you don't expect to have a 5000 mAh battery in here. Physics or science is not going to allow that, but it supports 25 watts fast charging, and it took me a little over an hour to fully charge it from zero. And using it, depending on your use case scenario, you can easily go the whole day without charging this device. As you can see, at the moment of me doing this video, it's almost 5 and I'm around 58% of battery use, and that is definitely good enough to complete the day. So depending on your use case scenario, you might have an amazing battery life on this device. So in summary, what do I think about the Samsung Galaxy S25? I love this device. This is definitely going to be my benchmark for any small device, that is the small size device that is going to be released in 2025. The chipset on here is amazing, and One UI 7 seems to be the greatest difference if you're coming from an earlier device. Even if you're coming from the S24 series, the One UI 7 is definitely noticeable. Different widgets, the user interface is kind of different, and that is the biggest change that I've seen in this. I think that's probably why they haven't brought it yet on the S24, because they want people to get the S25 to experiences. So the One UI 7 has been amazing and I love it. So when it comes to build and design, I love the design as well. The screen, you know, it's a Samsung device and it's amazing. I like me the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor on here. I love that. The cameras, 8K 8K videos. Oh my god, I can't believe you have 8K videos in a smartphone, and I don't know how many people will use that, but that is also there. To be able to shoot log footages though on this device is amazing. I tried it once, but I don't know if I might be using it a lot of times. So yeah, the only cons that I've seen so far whilst using the Samsung Galaxy S25 has to be the fact that when you are gaming a little bit, the device gets warm at the back, and also when I'm gaming, the screen is a little bit small for me. Apart from that, everything else has been great. And that is my review of the Samsung Galaxy S25. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you have any questions at all, leave it in the comment section down below, and I'm going to help you answer it. And as usual, stay liquid, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.